Welcome to the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. Crack that. No. Oh,
So
not
silent.
satisfying at all. That was the least celebratory can opening of all time.
I think I got the dampening effect of the koozie.
Yes. The silencer of cans.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a celebratory show because Inter Miami have advanced to the round of 16, defeating Toronto FC 4-3 in a absolute barn burner. And welcome to the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. My name is Julio. I'm joined today by Dave and Chris, friends and Inter Miami fans. For those of you watching live on YouTube, thanks for stopping by, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you're enjoying the show. If you guys are watching on X, make sure you hit the like and repost buttons. It helps us a lot. And if you aren't following already, please be sure to do so. Again, helps us out a ton. A huge shout out to our Chief Heron Heads. Ciao, Abu Ava Marivi. And I miss someone else. I don't know. I'm all over the place. But shout out to our Chief Heron Heads. Thank you so much for the continued generous support. Matias, I missed that one. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, you will find a link in the description wherever you are listening. And also in the description, there's other stuff, merch store, Discord server, and I don't know. Go check it out if you're interested. But now on to the entree of the evening. A crazy game that had just fireworks from the jump, and honestly, they didn't stop till the final whistle just a few minutes ago. So, how is everybody doing tonight?
Feel good. I mean, I did call 4 goals. I'm going to pat myself on the back there, and I'm going to pat myself a little more because they only scored 1 goal from the run of play. I can't foresee 2 ridiculous penalties. Unless it could have been 3 penalties. So thank God that third penalty. Granted, it's a red card, so it hurts us going forward. But that could have been the equalizer. That would have been 4-4, and then we would have gone to shootouts. So that worked out. That being said, I felt good. We controlled this game. I mean, we were dominating them when we had the full ensemble minus the 2 bad plays in the penalty box. And then down a man, I still felt like we were in control. We were parking the bus a little bit there, but even then, we were able to score that 4th goal. Thankfully, we scored that 4th goal because they were able to get one back on us. So I felt comfortable that whole match. I know that it was tighter than it needed to be, but that just shows you the talent gap between the 2 clubs. And then the one, I mean, I felt like everything was falling apart the moment they put in Noah Allen. That was a really rough decision by Tata there, and almost immediately we paid the price for it. But that being said, the talent gap prevailed, and so did we.
Yeah, so I just put up a comment asking happy with the performance. Yes, for the most part. The attack I thought was solid all match, even when we were down a man. I think the attack was there all night. The defense let us down, and not in the traditional way. The defense let us down because of the crazy penalties that they allowed. It kept them in the game. Those 2 penalties. Yes, the defense got burned, which led to those penalties for the most part. But yeah, overall, the defense was very shaky. When Martinez went out, it just got worse after that. And then, like David said, when Noah Allen came in, we know what he brings to the defense. Not a lot, to be honest. Him against Prince. I mean, I said it in our Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join it because we chat all match long. But it's like a kindergarten out there next to Prince. He was huge. That guy next to Noah Allen, and it's incredible that the size difference. So, but overall, I'm happy with the performance. Yes, obviously we're going to take a hit with down a man and all of these fouls and penalties going on all over the place. But I'm happy, man. Our goal scorer scored. That's what we asked for. Suarez scored. Gomez scored. Rojas was amazing on the attack. That monster shot from outside the box was incredible. And we've seen it time and time again. He's the guy on the team that I'm okay with taking those shots because he's usually on point. If he doesn't make it, he's at least in the vicinity. So yeah, I'm not mad. I'm happy. Like David said, we were dominating for that portion of the match that we had everyone out there. So can't be mad about that match. Yes, we need to fix some things. Yes, we're going to be down player next match. But hey, we made it. We won, and we could breathe now finally.
We sort of talked about it in our preview, and it all played out differently, obviously, because we went down a man in the first half. But our best defense was our offense in tonight's match, and we just kept on scoring. Even when we were down, Rojas hit that incredible second goal of his. And it feels like a year ago that Rojas hit that first goal because so much happened between that and the final whistle. Jose, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Jose.
What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm fired up. I mean, what is there to say? I don't know. I don't know what you guys went over. I wasn't listening.
We're just doing our opening little monologues here.
Yeah. No, it was. I mean, what more could we have asked for? We had drama. We had goals. We had butt clenching at the end. I mean, we even had a Pitolero chipper. I mean, you know, that's what a game. What a game.
It wasn't just a chipper. It was. I mean, that was a nice play by him.
Yeah.
He completely the center back and let the ball just ride through to make the right play. So I mean, that wasn't just a chipper. That was a hell of a gutsy play by him, or smart play by him.
He like dummied the defender.
Yeah.
But from behind the defender. It was so weird. It was so smart. Like that's the level of savviness that he brings, and that obviously just is one small indicator of how much better he is than Campana, who I will get it in now, played a great ball to Redondo that Redondo completely fumbled and should have put this game to bed at 5-3, but it's all good.
We had a lot of those moments, honestly.
A lot. This game could have had 4 or 5 more goals in it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Particularly that one that you're talking about, that Redondo. I thought Redondo was playing it in a way where I was like, I mean, I'm gonna die any second. I'm gonna die. So I can't imagine what he's going through when he's like, boop, boop, and just a little juke move, and I'm like, all right, like relax, just shoot it already.
He had like 3 touches where there was, at least for me sitting on my couch,
shot it.
There was a very clear angle to the net.
In his mind, he's like, wait for it, and then
Boink.
off the ball.
We had, I mean, Suarez did one as well where he cut in instead of just taking with his left foot, and then it ended up going to Redondo for an outside the box shot that he actually put on frame. But again, like so many little moments where we could have just taken a shot, and I mean, the Redondo one is like a much higher probability of it hitting the back of the net, but still just so many opportunities.
The Gressel
oh
one.
my gosh, the Gressel one.
Yeah.
That one hurt too.
With Alba, with a
there.
beautiful,
Just
a
touch the
beautiful
ball.
pass from Alba. Who was the one that missed it initially? Because I think someone tried.
Busquets.
Yeah, it's just like, God, man, just all around. that play was just great play on the ball by Alba.
So I will say, agreed. Jordi Alba, incredible, probably the man of the match. He ended up with a Leagues Cup record, and obviously the Leagues Cup is only a year and a little bit old, but he
record. It was a record. That's right.
A record performance. 4 assists tonight, assisted on each of the goals scored by Miami, and he was incredible. He did foul one of the, or was the fouler on one of the penalties, but
I didn't see it.
Great game, just a fantastic game, and that's what makes Inter Miami so difficult to play, is that because of the talent that we have, at any moment these players can sort of just like erupt and take over a game and completely just dominate it from anywhere, and that's what makes Inter Miami so difficult. And all of this is to say Messi is progressing slowly but surely back. So I kind of want to go back to when the lineup came out. I was very excited to see this lineup play, mostly because of the front 6 was just so good.
With one exception. I fully expected Ian Frey to start over Cello in this one. Fully.
Yes.
Yep.
Totally agree. I was excited about the front 6.
And I would, and honestly, we would have been way better for it had Ian Frey started this one.
Total flub by Tata on that one. He dropped the ball there.
And speaking of Cello, he had a horrible.
He was awful.
But he did have
save for that one.
What was that? What was that cross? No, but I was going back to like so many opportunities that we had to just obliterate this team. Who was it for? That it was on the front, the right wing. He just got it just out of the reach of Gomez. And Gomez
Gomez got
Gomez.
to it. He just misplayed it.
I was like, man, because at that point we're also up just one at the end. So it was similar to Redondo in that sense, where I looked at my wife and I was like, God, that would have been amazing right there. It would have just been an amazing play all around, because it was kind of hard for Cello to get out of that situation on the right wing to get it in play in the first place. But then when he got in play, I was like, oh my God, now Gomez.
He had one good play, Cello.
No, terrible.
In an ocean of bad plays.
I know.
I thought
in
Cello
90 minutes.
There's no more excuses for Tata as to why Ian Frey doesn't start. Not even that. Not to see the pitch tonight is kind of crazy to me, because towards the end of the game, Insigne was just basically, he was like, oh, Cello's on me, ball, pass me the ball, I'm about to school this kid. And there was a moment, I think at like 88 or 89 minutes, where Insigne got the ball in front of Cello, and I was like, Cello's about to give up a penalty. It's over. He's so cooked.
I felt like that game. Remember those matches that sometimes we get so like excited and hyped that I feel like it's kind of slipping away, and I feel like we're about to commit another stupid penalty. I felt that I wasn't able to get on the on Discord today because my phone was completely out of battery. But it was going through my head. I was like, man, I gotta let the guys know. Like, I've got this inkling that we're gonna mess it up again, and we almost did, because Boosie, when he grabbed the guy by the neck, I was like, oh my God,
yeah,
if we lose Boosie right now, we're so screwed. This is done. We're done.
He was lucky, very lucky. He
grabbed him by the neck with two hands. He just I'm done with you. Like, yeah,
and I'll say.
I think after that they said, okay, we need to chill.
Yeah.
Leagues Cup, baby.
That's right. I will say too, when the second half started, the first 5 minutes of the second half were really, to me, they were an awful indicator of how this game could have gone, because the first 5 minutes of the second half, Inter Miami were really pinned back deep, and we couldn't play the ball out. We couldn't like depress the tension. And Yanick Bright, in my opinion, completely changed our ability to do so. He is so good.
Oh my God, he can't get off. We can't take him off.
He's so good.
Immediate difference maker. And look, and I know that there's a lot of folks that are like up and down on Gresso. I like Gresso. I think Gresso does a lot of good for the team as far as making nice passes to get it into the play to get possible goals. But man, when you see Bright, his 50-50 ball chances and how he moves the ball up the pitch like a Rambo. The guy doesn't not care. He just goes through everybody, and it's like it's refreshing. That's kind of like what we need, man. Sometimes we need a bull in a china shop, and that's literally what that guy reminds me of.
Yeah,
right. He's just it's just incredible how he sticks onto a defender and he doesn't let him get away. I mean, once he's on a defender, that guy's screwed, because he's either going to take the ball away or eventually the defender's just going to mess up and the ball's going to go somewhere else. But it's incredible, man. That guy is like white on rice. He is annoying as hell. He's like a little mosquito that doesn't go away from you. And it's just incredible.
What he did, I think it was to that big tall, the Shaq looking guy.
Yeah,
he made him crumble.
Bro,
he made him crumble.
The guy had no idea where to
he
go.
Went like this. He just went like this. I'm not gonna let you get it.
He had no idea where to go. Bright just put him in knots. It was incredible, man. Like, he has so many good plays, and Tata gets a free pass next match because he'll just probably move Busquets to David Martinez's slot at center back, and Bright will be able to play in midfield and start. But it is like a serious question of how do you fit Bright into the lineup, because you can't take Busquets out realistically. So it's like, where do you put him? But he is like, you can't take him off the pitch.
Would you guys be okay replacing, let's say we didn't have this red card, replacing Redondo for Bright? Because Redondo was another average game today. You had a very average game today.
I liked what Redondo did. I think he messed up a few times in the finishing third.
He didn't score at the end, but it was okay.
I thought Redondo had a decent game. It was just scoring. He didn't complete some goals there, but I thought Redondo played a fine game. I think the best strategy, I mean, it stinks, but Busquets at center back, I think honestly is the best strategy, paired with Toto or David Martinez now that we have him. And yeah, and again with Ian Frey at right back, I think that makes a humongous difference because it gives you more of an attacking element from that back wing back that you don't get with Cello.
Yeah, Bright was incredible, man. Again, like we sound like a broken record, but every game that we watch that Bright plays, he jumps off the screen. He jumps off the screen in a position that is so hard to really be noticeable, and he forces you to notice him. And it's so good, man. The game ended because of a tackle he made. Like, think about that. He ended the game with a tackle. And he like forced a foul from the opposition, whatever it was. He is so good, man. And it's just so cool. It's so cool.
But
we haven't even gotten to talk about the guy that had a brace. You know what I mean? Like he had an incredible game today too. And
Yep.
I'm starting to think Rojas has that element a little bit to him. I'm not gonna say RT in the sense because I think he's better than Robert Taylor. I like his game. I feel like he has good flow and he doesn't insert himself where it's like he knows when to pick his spots.
He feels like he has more of a presence on the field.
100%, and he's not forcing anything.
Yeah.
And today was his game. The ball went his way, and bro, that first goal was incredible.
But big difference is where was he playing today though? He was playing in the midfield. He wasn't playing that left wing position.
He was playing,
and that's where he's good at. Yeah, from what we've seen, that's where he's good at, man. That he's that center attacking mid kind of player that he's kind of free to roam around. He doesn't need to stay in that little corner, maybe get taken up by Alba or whatever it may be. So yeah, that makes a huge difference.
And he can attack in several different ways. He's not like that's the only issue with Robert Taylor is that he's a one-trick pony. He basically has to find that spot that he's really good at shooting from, and everybody and their mother knows that that's where he's trying to get to take the shot. So it's easier to defend that. Yeah, he provides a lot of pace coming on that side, but when it comes to making that shot that he likes to do, it's always from the same spot at the top of the box. While Rojas can score from any spot.
And it's also so dynamic when you consider that like Robert Taylor shares the attacking channel with Alba, whereas Rojas is coming from the opposite flank. And you saw it on the second goal, man. Alba just played across and Rojas caught that second goal so sweetly to hit a ball so nice. Like whenever I see a goal like that, I'm like, man, just once in my life, I would love the satisfaction of doing something as sweetly, like hitting something in the sweet spot the way that he hit that ball, because it just curled so perfectly into the back of the net. That was so nice, man. It was so satisfying to watch, and he's been an incredible signing, man. Like,
and the first goal was also
great.
Yep.
That's off a volley off of his own. Like at first, I'm like, oh, what a bad touch, and then he finished it perfectly. Like it's one of those things that he made look easy. It's a difficult shot that he made look easy, and how often do we see easy shots made look difficult on this club? So you take those all day, and absolutely remember all the hate that we were getting from signing Rojas. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like so hesitant to buy into any of this negative feedback that we get from players that we're looking at.
And when we signed him, it was so funny. I was like, oh, Rojas, he'll probably be like a depth piece, probably won't contribute too much, but he'll just be there to add another body. Like he'll come in when Messi has to miss matches, and he's become a pivotal offensive piece for us. And man, like I love Facu, but Rojas has shown so much more in the games that he's played compared to Farias that like, do we have the best scouts in Paraguay? Getting Gomez and now Matias Rojas?
I didn't hear what you said at all.
I was just saying that Rojas is better than Facu so far, like in the sample size that we have from both.
Yeah. I mean, think about the depth that we've created on this team. Like we have some dogs. You're talking about Facu. I forgot he was on our team, right? And I like what we have now better. Honestly, like I like what we have now better. I like Rojas.
I agree.
I like Gomez on the wing.
My caveat with the Facu thing is when we added Facu, the quality on this club was garbage. Like there's a lot of garbage on this team.
Totally.
So yeah, Facu looked. We're like, oh my god, look at his ball handling, and that was what really blew us away was the fact that he could dribble up and down the pitch. we have so many more quality pieces now that adding a player like Rojas to really elevate you is that much more notable than it is adding a Facu to last year's club.
And it could be also, David, that it's not fair to compare because maybe you put Facu on this team now with all these play pieces that we have. Perhaps he shines more.
Totally. My comparison was only a byproduct of Facu being injured is what allowed us to get Rojas. And
Yeah.
that the stopgap, quote unquote, has superseded, the previous person there.
This comment is like for a forever comment, I guess, on our team.
Yeah, we will always need another center back. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly.
We can never have stability at the position. We finally had someone that's been playing good, and now he's out next match. Like, man, we can't catch a break in that position.
Toto picked up a cramp.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
And then we found
put no Allen in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put no Allen in.
We find Freire on loan, he dies. We get Toto. Toto's constantly either getting in trouble with red cards or getting hurt. Find David Martinez, likes to get a red card too. It's like
immediate red card.
We just can't shake Noah Allen. He's doing brujeria in the background just to keep finding.
Speaking of mosquitoes and no-see-ums, jeez.
What is wrong with Ryan Saylor?
He must be horrendous to not even be given a look out there.
Not have the quality that I don't know. Honestly, he can't be very good. Honestly, that's the only answer. He must be doing so bad in training that they just gives no confidence to them to play him.
Yeah.
It has to be it.
I don't want to talk about Ryan Saylor after this game. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I just want to know how Noah Allen is ahead of him in the proverbial depth chart.
I don't want to talk about Noah Allen either. Now that we're gonna be honest.
So what should we talk about, Jose? What should be our next topic of conversation here?
Least of the match. Go ahead. Make your picks.
Chelo.
Least.
Chelo. Okay.
Chelo or David Martinez?
Martinez because of the red card.
Noah Allen.
Nice transition.
I'm gonna be honest. You're actually making me have to check this because it's possible.
Wait, you didn't know the answer?
Wait,
no. He didn't check the subs.
The subs.
I didn't check the subs. All right, actually, that was really close, David. he had a 5.9 rating.
Incredible.
But no, the least of the match was David Martinez with a 4.5 match rating. 20 minutes into the game, getting a red card.
That'll do it.
The next least of the match is Chelo. He had 1.3 match rating better than David Martinez at 5.8, and he played the whole game.
Exactly.
Disaster.
And that's with the nice cross. Had he not gotten that cross,
would have been really bad. Really bad. All right, and then the man of the match. Who do you guys think it is?
Alba.
It's either
Rojas.
Alba or Dark Horse.
Alba with 4 assists, Rojas with 2 goals. 8.3 Rojas, 8.0 Alba.
It's close. Very nice.
So Rojas was the man of the match?
Yeah.
I bet you if Alba wouldn't have allowed that penalty, he probably would have got a man of the match. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he would have had a 9 rating for sure.
I think at one point he had a 9.7 when he had his fourth
Yeah.
assist.
Yeah. It's a shame. I mean, this has to be probably one of his best games that he's had with us, right?
I mean, 4 assists is ridiculous. Is crazy.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And he's had some nice games this season so far.
He has. I love watching him play. He's such a bright spot on our team. Every time he's in, he just oozes just offense. Just
man, and him with Gomez on the left is beautiful. Beautiful.
They complement each other. That's the thing.
So well.
This is why we had this argument one time. Remember that we're like, oh, you think the reason RT isn't good is because of the offense? No, it's because he sucks. And look at Gomez. You put Gomez in, the guy's amazing. I don't know what happens. I didn't figure.
They're different style of players. Yeah.
Yeah, the style is one's good, one's bad. That's it.
No, the style is that Gomez is really more of a midfielder, so he's able to complement Alba a lot better. That's the argument.
And Chris feels like he has to answer it. Incredible.
Because you have no reason. You just say he sucks, and you don't really think about it. You have no idea.
You got under Chris's skin.
You don't know ball, Jose. You don't know ball.
You don't know. Oh man! Speaking of things that Chris loves, David Ruiz came on, and he had a great breakaway. and missed 2 open passes. Opted to
Speaking
take
of
it himself.
disaster,
And it's a goal away.
Again, more chances that Inter Miami didn't capitalize on. And as they progress through this tournament, we need to capitalize on those.
What was the
Hopefully, we'll
XG?
be down to 10 men in any of these future matches. But next up will be either Columbus or Sporting Kansas City. And the winner of that match will present a more difficult problem than Toronto FC. Inter Miami were pretty heavy favorites. I think the odds came down to like minus 145 heading into the match, down from minus 170. But this next match will definitely test us a little bit more, I would imagine. Granted, we made it challenging for ourselves going down to 10 men. And honestly, giving away almost 3 penalties never helps. But somehow we prevailed. Jose, did you find something interesting? I feel like I hear you chuckling.
No, I was laughing at what you said.
Oh, okay.
But no, I was looking for the XG. I can't find it. They had 57% ball possession.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's gonna happen.
It swung tremendously once we got the red card.
Because we were dominating initially.
Yeah.
We lost a player, so it's a different style of player.
Yeah. Up to that point, I think Dave mentioned this. We were dominating the pace of play. We were all over them. Honestly, before we scored the second goal, which came very early, I was like, this game could already be 3-0.
It was the
And then we
11th
scored
minute.
second.
The 11th
Yeah,
minute, we scored the
crazy.
second goal.
Crazy. Like by 10 minutes,
Jose.
it was very obvious that we could be up by a lot.
Jose, do you have SofaScore open still?
Yeah.
What look up Yanick Bright, because we always talk about the duels that he wins. I feel like he won a lot more tonight. So I'm just curious if you have a chance, pull it up there. Because we've already spoken a bunch about Bright, but that's another thing. I mean, heading duel or aerial duels on the ground, anything. I mean, he's just constantly beating
People
the
can't
defender
get around him.
or the
People can't get around him. Like
no.
it's really crazy
Yeah.
to see.
He had 4 total duels. 3 of them he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he came on as a substitute in the second half.
Right.
It's just he
Same.
really is just such a good lockdown. He might be one of the best defenders on our team,
Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
like defenders included.
Right.
Sad.
It's probably him and then Noah Allen. Like,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's just it's really great to see.
he gives me like when we used to watch Chelsea with N'Golo Kante. Like he
Yeah.
gives me that. He gives
Totally.
me those vibes. That's what he gives me.
Totally.
And that's one of my favorite players at Chelsea. So I'm all about it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I totally
He just
agree.
needs the
It's just-
smile. He needs the smile that warms.
no
your
one has
heart.
that aura, man.
Yeah.
How big is Bright? Because he bullies people
Big
around
enough.
a lot. Yeah, I mean he bullies people around a lot, but I don't
Bigger
think he's
than
that
Noah
big.
Allen, but not as big as Toto.
Yeah. Well, Toto's 6'8" and Noah Allen's 4'6".
Anywhere
So
between 5'2" and 7 feet tall. He's somewhere in that range. I'll look it up.
that's funny.
So speaking of
Or somebody in the comments. could tell us.
sizable people, a little bit of team news. Schneider Borgelin was released from the team. I don't know. Were any details released?
He
on
wasn't
that?
released. He was basically given to was it a Dutch team
It's a Dutch
For the-
team, yeah.
for the Dutch league? However, we retain sell on rights. So if they
Okay.
sell him, we do get a percentage of the sale.
Cool. So
So it wasn't just an outright release.
got it. Thank you for clarifying. So we
And it's the top Dutch league as well. So it's their
Is it
Top league.
Feeder? I never know how to say that one.
what the
no idea.
Feyenoord,
Oh, Eredivisie.
the Eredivisie. We know a team. Do we know what team?
Oh
I don't think-
no, I don't remember.
I don't think
I saw it
that.
earlier today. I have no
Okay.
idea.
I was just curious. All right. So
How about Tata talk? What do you guys think about Tata today overall, from start to finish?
start Ian Frey.
I was happy with the starting lineup except for Ian Frey, but again, I felt like the subs didn't make any damn sense today. The substitutions were infuriating. I understand Bright. Bright was a good one. Obviously, anytime Bright enters the pitch is a good move. Other than that, I feel like nothing made any sense. But the Noah Allen one was the one that incensed me the most.
I thought the triple sub that he made was good.
I like
Bringing on Campana, Kremaski, and Ruiz. I think the 3 players that came off were absolutely gas. Who was
think
it?
that-
Gomez,
That
Suarez,
won us a game.
and Rojas.
That won
Come
us a
on.
game. That because we were actually starting
Hey,
to
we
lack.
needed the energy. We
We
needed
needed
the energy.
Yeah. The guys that came on was David Ruiz for Gomez, Benjamin Kramaski for Matias Rojas, and Campana for Suarez.
Yeah, I thought that was, but also like those were the most logical players to put on. So I feel like most coaches in that situation, most managers in that situation would make those substitutions because everyone else, with the exception of Ian Frey, haven't seen a lot of playing time. But yeah,
Just a correction. Borgelin did not go to the Dutch league. He didn't go to the Eredivisie. He went to the Danish league.
I was Danish.
Yeah.
Oops.
So not
Danish, Dutch.
No, not great.
Easily confused.
We hope
Right.
the best for him.
All right. Let me take a shot at pronouncing the club. He went to
Friend of the show.
Vin Diesel FF?
Vin Diesel.
Maybe.
I highly doubt it's called Vin Diesel.
Is he gonna get on the next Fast and Furious?
Vin Diesel?
It sounds not right. It sounds really bad. Moving on. You know,
Moving on. What do you guys think of the attendance?
we called it, man. We called it before the
Poor.
game. Just the way that the tickets were selling, which is very not like us, to be honest. I expect that more from like Orlando fans. But yeah, that came out of, that was unfortunate. I think also, to add some context, I feel like it was kind of muggy all day. All right, Dave, go ahead.
Don't give me that. It's muggy here all the time. Like, come
Yeah,
on. Not a
nah.
reason.
I would say more of a reason is just midweek fixtures in South Florida never work unless Messi's playing.
And if you're gonna
And
read,
it's a league cup that people have this sour taste in their bad taste in their mouth. No one, people think League Cup is just made up.
I mean, at some point,
Tournament
everything's
and all
made
this
up.
stuff. I mean,
Everything gets made up at some point. So I refuse to accept that. And
people
I
don't like it. That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
accept that from our fans when that's the one trophy that we've won. So saying that it's a made up award then just cheapens the only award that we have as a club. So
Chris,
what are you doing?
We have a Ballon d'Or.
But I also think a lot of the diehard like season ticket holders and those people are also very upset at the whole Leagues Cup situation. So it just leaves a bad taste in their mouth, and they don't want to go to a match for a tournament that they don't even get extra perks for or get any extra better treatment for or anything like that. That's what I'm getting at. And if there's any season ticket holders on the chat, you could chime in. But
did you guys
so
see
that's
what
what I've heard.
happened before the match? Did you guys see what happened with the tickets before the match? Or Inter Miami still had so many unsold that they sent, I believe, the season ticket holders free tickets to the game, but non-transferable.
Wow.
So they just gave away a bunch of tickets to try to fill the stadium out, and
they didn't go.
I mean, the stadium was 30% full, 40% full at best.
Yeah, they kept showing the supporter section. Thankfully, they showed up.
Yeah,
and I give them kudos. And honestly, if I lived closer to the stadium, I would definitely go. And that's always going to be my one harping point is that it's so far away from actual Miami proper that it's hard to get fans from here. And I understand that the fans from up there are diehards and they've been going to the matches before Messi was here. And they're sour about the fact that once we got Messi and Alba and Busquets, that the prices have skyrocketed and they feel like that the club is trying to squeeze the fans for money. But you can't be upset. Like, you can't be upset that we got players and now you have to pay a premium to watch them, because with these players, the team is actually worth watching. Like you have to weigh your options here. You either pay cheap prices for a garbage team with nobody worth watching it, or you pay more money to watch a team with a bunch of skilled players and world-renowned players. So it's a trade-off. And yes, it's hard to accept that fact that the prices can sway on you so quickly, but it's the reality of the situation.
But that's no excuse for today. Today was $8 to get in, man.
No, I know, but that's their gripe. That's the gripe that I'm hearing every time, that they're like, "Oh, we're gonna boycott. Oh, we're gonna do this." I'm like, "What are we doing as supporters? Like, we're the club is putting money into the club and bringing great players in. Like, you watch some major teams that are just destroying their fan bases by selling off. Look at the Miami Marlins, for instance. They sell away every single player that's worth anything, and then there you get reasons for boycotting that team. But here you have the instance of a club that's acquiring players and rightfully raising prices when they have bringing championships and fighting for supporter shields. What are we doing? I understand that it's a lot more than it used to be, but the club is a million times better than it used to be.
Again, I think it's a Leagues Cup. I think it's a Leagues Cup tournament issue. It's not so much. Yes, they're upset about the prices going up, but they're still paying it. The season tickets still sold like crazy this season. I think it's more the Leagues Cup tournament issue. They feel that it's just not right. I don't know the exact story, so I'm not going to get into it. But I know there's a lot of strong feelings towards the Leagues Cup. A lot of people are not happy, and it's not just Inter Miami. It's all of the MLS fans in general, season ticket holders in general around the MLS.
I had a solid point. That's all that matters.
I also
don't
thought
care.
it was interesting for the more casual attendees of these matches. I pulled up the Game Time app because that's where I usually check prices on these, and none of the Leagues Cup tickets were available via that app, which I thought was interesting. So I wonder if there are just more limited channels to acquire these tickets than an MLS match, which also would factor into the accessibility of these tickets on top of the other factors.
I found that easily on StubHub, $8.
I got emails from Inter Miami for $20. So I don't know.
Again, more casual people, not
Right.
people that are signed up to the
grid.
Inter Miami.
Nobody sent me anything.
Yeah.
It's because you go on crazy rants like you just did.
Great point, actually, Dave.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah,
you know?
absolute derailer there. So
So we should just ask him to wear his captain hat and say something interesting, you know?
It's
Yeah.
not this type of show. We just don't wear the hat for no reason.
when is the round of 16 match now?
Some point early next week. I don't know if there's an actual date yet, honestly,
Okay, so it's depending
because there's still games. Yeah, tomorrow there's still matches, and
I
see if
wasn't
I
sure
can look it up real quick.
I wasn't sure whether to go to dinner on Saturday and then have a podcast afterwards. So I was like, all right. So this is
Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. There's some matches. Yep, 12th, 13th.
going to dinner.
We're away either way.
I believe so because we're pretty
We'll definitely be away
low
for Columbus.
seated. Yeah, we're pretty low seated. So yeah, I don't know how Kansas City finished last season, so I'm not sure.
What are the chances that we see old Messi just lace him up?
No,
You know,
not
Nope.
yet.
just ready to go.
Not happening.
Not yet. Definitely not yet.
What happens when he gets in? Who we taking out? Rojas?
we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, man.
Mr. Brace himself? You
We'll
know?
cross that bridge when we get to
Take
it.
Suarez.
Oh.
You take Suarez out.
Jesus.
I don't even know. Good problems to have.
Or Messi at center forward.
Good problems to have. So make sure you guys are following us on socials when we do find out. Yeah, center back. Great.
What?
Dave just keeps
Oh, no.
highlighting that he had a solid point, which is wonderful. Got to revoke his rights. So, any Hoosiers, make sure you guys follow us on socials at the Heron Heads on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Do we post on TikTok anymore, Jose? What's the deal with that?
He gave up.
I literally every halftime show you guys should log on, and I always give a halftime speech. So
Right.
Prove it.
you guys should check it out.
You guys should check it out. So make sure you guys follow us there as we learn who our opponent's going to be in the next round. And once we know the scheduling, we'll be sure to share that news. And
An outright
yeah,
release.
hey chat, hit the like button. There you go. Hit the
How
like
about that,
button.
man?
Who's talking right now? Am I hearing myself over the speaker? So weird. Anyways, for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us to the end. Inter Miami advanced to the round of 16, beating Toronto FC 4-3. And once we know the date of the next match, we'll plan a preview accordingly. And as always, we'll be live post-match of the next round to break down all the action. But for now, guys, hope you have a good night. And thank you for joining the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. We will catch you on the next one. Oh, no, I forgot that we had to play a video with the little music.
Thank you.